The reasons people don't scale well is they don't even realize it. You might not even realize your subconscious, we talk about subconscious bias for like female minorities. There's subconscious bias as an operator. You get the high that you're so good at everything, you actually don't want to hire somebody to do something that does it better than you. Or you love doing it. You love knocking on the doors, so you don't want to let somebody do that while you make a podcast. But scaling a business comes at two very important traits. One, humility, and two, patience. Also auditing your fucking 24 hours. Yeah. So if you're sleeping 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, what are you doing the rest of the time? And what do you need? Like you might say, Gary, cool, I've listened to all your shit, but I need 3 hours a night of Netflix. That's how I decompose. I'm like, mazel tov. Then let's go back to your 8 hours that you work. What are you doing every minute? That's where this has gotten so, the reason I can do, it's scary to me how lazy I think the 29-year-old me is. And he was a workaholic. It's not that I try any harder, it's that I'm dramatically more efficient. It's a game of, and this is for a lot of you, scaling is predicated on your ambition versus what you're interested in your lifestyle at that current moment. The reason I'm great at scaling is I don't want anything fancy. My most devastating business decisions have been predicated at the moments when I bought my 2 homes. I've never said this clearly, I passed on Uber because I bought an apartment. If I just stayed in the apartment I was in for 1 more year, I would have $400 million that I don't have right now. That's about as basic as I can say it.
Well, this guy is teaching people how to build a 6-figure business, a 7-figure business, right? Anyone with half a fucking brain would know if all you have is a funnel, all you have a Facebook ad, you're betting on your entire business on Facebook, on one thing. And that's not creates long-term success. No. That to me, it's like you're stuck in your head in the sand and you pretend, nothing is wrong. If it's not the following, if it's not the likes, if it's not being seen as a thought leader, then what the fuck are we doing, right? Well, if you want to make 6-figure a year, sure, I think maybe you'll need that shit. We're not talking about making 6-figure. We're not talking about making 7-figure. We're not even talking about making 8-figure. We're talking 9-figure and above.
Well, you don't get this. You don't get this on 6 figures.
And you know what? You want to make some money from home and being a lifestyle entrepreneur? Sure, don't do that shit. But knowing I think it's a risk that you bet everything on your funnel, on your Facebook ad, you run that, hide behind the curtain. Now it's all about transparency. Right? It's all about being seen. It's about omnipresence, being everywhere. That people can see you, they can feel you, they can see the authentic side of you, and that's why they want to do business with you, right?
I often get asked the question, Patrick, what can I do to scale my business? And normally the first thing I'll ask them is, what does scalability even mean to you? Meaning, what does it mean to scale your business? Well, I think scalability is for my business to grow faster, or for my business to do this, or and I tell them, to me, scalability is for your business to have a life of its own, where it grows with or without you exponentially. And to me, exponentially is doubles. Minimum is a double. So if you go from $100,000 your income to 120 to 140 to 180 to 260, that's not exponentially. Exponentially is 100, 240, 700, 1.8 million, 4.2 million. That's scalability. And there's a formula for it that you got to keep asking yourself what you can do to scale your business. And we're going to talk about that today. So first things first, there is a predictable side of the business that's very important to be working on that gives you the opportunity to scale, right? A lot of times entrepreneurs will say, well, I want to start scaling my business right off the bat. And they put so much time and emphasis on scalability, business goes out. It goes out of business because they ran out of funds, they don't have money anymore, and they don't even have the opportunity to scale the business. Before scalability comes, you may put 5 to 10% of your mind thinking about how to scale, but you got to put 90% of your effort in producing a predictable stream of income, even if it's $10, $20, $30, $40,000 that's bringing in for you to survive and not have to worry about expenses, to ask yourself, how can I scale? So you're working in the business, making sales, growing it, making money, having some support, having some help in the business.